Well, we from AGCO Corporation are supplying equipment to support OSU with the Birdie project, both from a windrower standpoint in cutting the crop and also with a large square baler in baling. Obviously, using our equipment is a big part of our interest and involvement, and we've done a lot of work to try to make it work in these crop conditions, and we'll continue to further do test work as we move forward, working with the big cane type crops as you see here. Cane type crops like this is difficult cutting with any kind of machine and stuff. Obviously hay and things like that are much easier, so a lot more adjustments that you might have to make, or obviously slower. These are units that are capable of running up as high as 16 mile an hour in hay. You get into crop like this, you're down to 4 or 5, maybe 6 mile an hour. So a lot of it's driving by the seat of your pants more so than just what the feel of the machine and stuff, more so than just a set speed. It depends on the project, what you're doing. If you're wanting to put it up as good quality hay, you don't want to break the stem up too much. You just want to crush it just a little bit and make a break in it. You don't want to chew it up. Crop like this, because it dried down this time of the year, the more you can condition it, the quicker it will dry down. But also the material and the type of test that you want to do, chopping it up a little more isn't detrimental to the material. The biggest thing here is being able to see where your rows are. The last pass that I made, I'm trying to get squared up where we're taking basically 5 rows. It is capable of taking 6, but if you planted it and didn't have a good driver and had guess rows off, it makes it difficult. So we're trying to take 5 rows to cut, and I think I got it squared up now that we'll be watching that. And it makes a little bit smaller windrow, will help with dry down. But the height is difficult. There are spots in here where the crop is down, so it's hard to say where that windrow is at. So sometimes you gotta, it's not a bad driver, it's just that you can't see where you're going. Auto guide would certainly be a good thing in this. You could set your width pattern and stuff that you want and not have to worry about where you're driving. We are taking some data collection for OSU in this through the CAN bus system on the engine, and I think like horsepower requirements, how much fuel we're using, RPMs, at different load settings and stuff. So that's the type of data that we're taking right now. Switchgrass is a little bit easier to cut. It's not as tall. Although the downside to switchgrass is it gets older, it gets more into clumps, and it gets to be rough riding fields after a while. So I think as people get involved with that stuff, the older it gets, fields get, it will get to be pretty rough after a while. We've had some tire issues in the past. Even this can be at times, although this is wet enough that it breaks over pretty easy. But as you get drier crop, it gets pretty stiff and hard at the ground level, and so it can be kind of tough on tires.